What's up guys, today's video is brought to you by my backyard. I know, I'm just fancy like that. So today we're going to talk about what would I do with $10,000. I've made a video like that before. Unfortunately, I deleted that video because I'm so bright. Alright, first of all, $10,000 is enough money to do a few things. But first you gotta think of where are you in life. And second thing, you gotta think of how old you are, like how much time horizon you got. Because if you're 85, you're gonna do very different things than if you're 25. For example, that buzzword cryptocurrency that all of you heard of and some of you have invested and have no idea what you're doing, because most of you really don't. But it's okay, you can think that you know exactly what you're doing. You can think that you know what blockchain is and how that's going to affect the future. But majority of the people I talk to, they have no idea. They just heard of Bitcoin and Ethereum. They haven't heard of anything else, and they just they wing it. It's fine, that's fine. When you're 20, see, when you're 85, you can't really stick 10k into crypto because your time horizon is very small there. Average life expectancy is 78. You're gonna die soon is what I'm trying to get to, okay? And you don't really care about rapid growth of that 10,000 going to 30,000 within 1 year. You don't really care as much. All you care about when you're older is to preserve what you have, more or less. And when you're younger, you can afford taking more risks because you're trying to grow your wealth. So this is the second part you need to consider. First part that I mentioned is where are you in life? Do you have $50,000 in credit card debt? Do you have $30,000 in credit card debt? Or do you have $300 in credit card debt? It's a big difference. Now, considering you have credit card debt, my advice with that $10,000 is pay the debt first. Your debt has, 17 to 24% interest per year, so the best investment you can do with that 10k is pay the debt. I recently have paid my debt. I had about $30,000, which was 50% utilization, and my credit score from 620, 630 right now is about 720, 730. So that will help you get to your next investment. If you own a property, for example, they're going to check your score, and when the score comes out at 650, you ain't getting no house, or if you do, your interest will be way higher. And on mortgages, the interest is loaded on the front end, which means from your first 10 years, the majority of your payment is going to go to interest, not to principal. But that's a topic to another video. I got a lot of real estate videos. I'm going to list the link here for my real estate videos and playlist, and down below if you want to check it out after, you can. So can you do, for example, my favorite, and I'm biased, can you do real estate for 10 grand? Yes, you can. Next week, actually, I'll be releasing a video where I posted on my Facebook who is ready to invest $1,000. I need 15 people and we can all buy a house. And for under 8 hours, I got more than 20 people who wrote me, hey, I'm interested, I want to invest $1,000 and I want to be a part ownership into a house. Now that comes with its own tricks, its own terms and conditions, because you got to form a LP, which is limited partnership. But I'm going to talk more about that next week when I reveal what happened. Most likely I'm not going to go into partnership with 20 people, but why not? Maybe if one day we decide to buy $1 million complex, we need 20% down, we all can chip in for 20,000 a piece. Yeah, the fire station's right there. So real estate is one way. Also, if you're a first-time home buyer, I have multiple videos about it. You can see it right up here. I'll wait for the second fire truck to go. All right, hope they extinguished that fire. Which reminds me how my crotch felt after my ex. Anyways, so with 10k, what you can do if you don't have a house is have multiple videos. You can see them up here, like I said, or down below. How to buy your first property, okay? It's very easy. You don't need that much money. 10k is quite a bit of money, but if you have it, you don't have any credit card debt, and you're not 85, you can buy your house, okay? Great. If you already have a house, can you do an investment property? Yes and no. My last property I bought, property number 4, again, video up here and down below, it actually cost me about 4 grand because I actually sent them like 8 something, but they gave me a check back for 40 some hundred, so it actually cost me just 4 grand. So you can, but you got to use a turnkey or a rental company. There are ways. I'm saying there are ways, as long as you know the right people who provide that service. If you're by yourself and you don't know anybody, I would say that with 10k you can just buy something for $50,000. Usually you got 5 times the purchasing power or the leverage when you have money for real estate. So maybe save another 10 and buy a $100,000 property, or just with that 10,000 buy $50,000 property Generally that's going to be in the ghetto, at least here in Jacksonville. It's into not the A or B neighborhood, maybe even not in a C neighborhood. Crypto, the big question, should I invest in crypto? If you want, sure, crypto is very volatile. Learn a lot more about it before you do. You can also invest in some speculative high-risk investments if you're young and you don't really care. If you're 20 to 25, I would say, you don't really care about 10K because you have a lot of work in your life ahead of you. You can take a lot of risks and you can fail a lot, which is great. Now, when you have children and you're like 60 plus or 40 plus and you have family to take care of, you cannot afford to take those risks as much. But when you're 20, 25, no kids, no wife, no responsibilities, no liabilities, really, you can really just do whatever you want with that money. You can burn them, and I mean, don't burn them, but you catch my drift. Basically, the three things I want to stress in this video, and I'm going to finish with this, is where are you in life? How much credit card debt do you have? How many other liabilities do you have? How many other debts you have to pay? Your time horizon, how old are you? And three, how risk averse you are. How much risk you want to take? Do you want to take big risk? Can you afford taking big risk? That will come with the previous two, where are you in life and your time horizon. Assess how much risk you want to take, how risky of a person you are. I personally would take a bigger risk for a bigger return at this stage in my life, but I'm not going to spend my last money on it, right? So if you're trying to build wealth, again, my advice will be, of course, real estate. But you can also do other stuff like ATM. You can get to ATMs and the money to fill those ATMs, which is going to provide some cash flow, and that can be a stepping stone for your future success. Claw machines, they cost about $2,000. I have videos on them as well if you want to look at the side hustle playlist. I break down the numbers there with how much it costs, how much it makes. Basically, assess what you want to get into. 10K is enough money to get into some type of business. Obviously, you can open a Starbucks, you can open a Chick-fil-A, right? Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you found out value in this video and help me support this channel. Keep hustling, and do not forget, the goal is not to look rich, but to be rich. See you next time.